Naruto 682. I nominate Black Setsu as the best evil sidekick. Whatever you were trying to do is meaningless. Mother will defeat you. I just love Black Setsu. And Kakashi is basically like anybody can port people over dimensions at will. That's basically just God level to just do massive groups like that. And then Naruto is restoring Obito. And this is my impression. You never know till you try. Okay, that's what they put in the manga. And I'm just saying, isn't that right? King of the Cockroaches, Obito-sama. You know, but I'm gonna predict that, you know, I mean, he right there, I mean, I ad-libbed, but he was basically saying you just don't die. And the prediction I'm making, which is like a lot of people have made way before, is that Obito's going to sacrifice himself. And I believe he's going to sacrifice himself to Kaguya's son, the Death Reaper. I think that's the way it'll all turn out, because it's clear they've been divided and they can't, you know, do their sealing technique together properly. Okay. And Sasuke's look at Naruto, that panel there in the corner when he's looking back with beads of sweat coming down, and when Naruto tells him what he's planning, it's and I don't even know if it was done absolutely intentionally, but it's not. There's a lot there. Okay, it's not complete shock that Naruto would do it. It's just, I guess, doing it in this circumstance just is mind-blowing, okay? And, I mean, I'm going to talk about this a lot more, trust me. And I mean, Sasuke was getting chased around by Orochimaru, but it was so that Orochimaru could, you know, part of his plan to live forever and learn all jutsus, and you could kind of understand that. I'm sure there's other overtones or undertones or whatever going on, but fine. But let's go ahead and get to Naruto's original jutsu creations and his sexuality. Let's go ahead and just go there. Okay, excluding jutsus he was forced to learn and improve upon, the Rasengan, right? What is left? What's Naruto? What has Naruto poured massive amounts of time and energy into? Right? A jutsu that's going to save the world, that's going to help him become Hokage. That's what he wants to be, right? Well, Chapter 1, Episode 1, Naruto's sexy technique transforms him into a sexy woman. Okay? So, I mean, this is old school, right? So Naruto just happens to have a jutsu perfected, nonetheless, creating a reverse harem. At this point, I felt so it needs to talk to Hinata about the probability of this whole Narahina thing, right? But Chapter 1, Episode 1, right? Hinata was right there in the class, right there in the beginning, seeing Naruto do his sexy jutsu. So she knows what's going on. That hasn't deterred her so far. And the thing, and Kakashi's like, I mean, I'm rewording this, okay? But Kakashi's like, pervy sage Jiraiya, are you watching? Are you proud? The pervy sage. This is old school Naruto, folks. Chapter 1, Episode 1. This doesn't get any more basic in the start than that, right? And at first I thought, okay, we've just gone fairy tale. This is over the limit. But like I say, this is old school. It was surprising. It was a distraction. So I hated it to begin with. And then I'm like, okay, that's a part of the thing. That's the way it is. The only thing from this, I think Sasuke's sweating bullets. I'm going to move on. I had a few other things I edited out, and I think Sasuke's worried. Anyway, Sakura's usefulness to the manga, okay, this is Sakura, has now dropped to bleeding out the nose. Good job, Sakura. You got both nostrils going. And that's it. That's what she did. She had a little bit of thinking dialogue, but that was basically it. And then I like Kaguya's porting people to I think this is a different dimension, but she's moving around like this planet or whatever, different places on it. That's what I think's going on, because they keep saying, well, she's porting and then she's redesigning the planet at will. I mean, if it's a big place, it's going to have different zones, places freezing, hot, desert. So that's what I think, but I don't know. That's just what I think. It's not even a theory. It's just what I just top of my head think. But I like the idea when she opened, backtracking a bit, when she first teleported everyone there over lava. Okay, I would say that works 9 times out of 10. People just drop into the lava and the battle's over. Okay, we're noticing she doesn't seem to really want to mix it up that much. She just basically does stuff like that. Okay, and the whole thing of freezing, right, the area, and then her teleporting out. Okay, I love it. It's like an ice block, but it's got an area, and she ports out. I really like it. I think it's awesome the way that this is working. Also, Black Zetsu, and this is like a discussion we keep having, okay? And, well, because Kishimoto hasn't really clarified. In my opinion, just what I'm saying, okay, just my opinion, okay? Black Zetsu is not a simple puppet, okay? He seems to have a will and strategies of his own. And he's like, Mother, these two are becoming a nuisance. Let's separate them and pick them off one at a time. I mean, if this was just a piece of Kaguya, I feel that it would just went right back into her, okay? And it would have really been like a little baby Kaguya running around and scheming. But this seems, like I say, this Black Zetsu seems to just completely have its own identity. But like I said, real quick, I think it was different. Tsukiyama made a white Zetsu. And it's kind of, what I think actually happened is what Madara thought he was doing. He was basically inserting his will into a white Zetsu, but I think that's what Kaguya actually did to Black Zetsu, because there's like a person's personality underneath all that, okay, that I think has been brought to the surface and brainwashed, like a cultist or something. But anyway, at the very end, Sasuke is teleported to the desert. Okay, possibilities here. Every other place they've gone to, there's been a building, okay, unless you think that the lava world and the frozen world are the same place, just recreated, and then that blows this theory out of water. But if they're not, if they're just different places, okay, which now we know there's 2 different places at the same time at least. One's in the desert, then maybe there's buildings nearby it, and maybe there's people or creatures. So that could be something that's going to happen. But I'm pretty excited. I like it. It threw me for a curveball. He really did. Kishimoto surprised me. Did he? Be honest. Were you surprised? I mean, is there anybody out there that I just want to hear? Was there anybody out there that said, "No, I saw that coming. I saw a sexy reverse harem coming"? If you did, then fine, say so. But I thought it was crazy. This is weird. This is highly entertaining. Really enjoyed it. Feedback, of course, the hangout will be on Friday. Until next time, take care.